Do you even like yourself or your partner if you're not under the influence? Boredom isn't real. You just forgot how to entertain yourself without alcohol. 2 people today told me that they continue drinking alcohol because they're bored. They continue drinking because they got nothing else to do. That's one of the most common comments and responses I get, right next to anxiety and like social stress. Boredom is very rarely real. It is just the space between your last distraction and the next one. We've all been conditioned to escape that silence. In alcohol, it just fills that gap temporarily. It's not that you were just getting bored and then drinking. You weren't even trying to practice getting curious. You get good at anything you practice, including not practicing. Dude, there is literally infinite things that you could be doing at any given moment. Alcohol is one thing. But if your dopamine system has been hijacked by the alcohol that you're using to entertain yourself, then you're never gonna want any of the infinite additional options unless you're drinking. So if you or someone you know was struggling to rewire that, to create joy without alcohol, don't be afraid to check my page for more details on how I've helped thousands of people do exactly that. Now, you might think that you like golfing, you like baseball, you like playing video games, but maybe you don't. Maybe you just like the feeling that alcohol gave you while you did those things. That's why when you stop drinking, everything feels dull. Everything magically becomes boring. It's because your brain literally does not know how to release the same dopamine that alcohol gave you unless you're drinking. Coincidentally, that's the exact same dull, the exact same boredom that people experience right before they pick up their next drink. Dude, the cure to boredom is boredom. You gotta sit with it. You have to let it push you. You have to get so bored that you have no other option than to do something that may actually feel kind of cringy. Coincidentally, this is how we pick up new hobbies. You didn't know you liked that thing until you were so bored you tried it. With enough pressure, with enough silence, your brain is forced to be creative. And guess what happens? You get that same hit of dopamine that you were expecting with another drink. That boredom is the same boredom that kids use to figure out what they love. That boredom is the same boredom that adults use to figure out who they actually are. So when you stop relying on the world to entertain you, when you stop mindlessly scrolling for another hit of dopamine, you actually begin to realize how entertaining you actually are. So if you're bored, dude, drink water. If you got nothing to do, drink more water. And then go be curious, dude. The worst that's gonna happen to you is a better life.